Welcome back to another episode of Talking with Rafael with your host, Rafael, and another episode of the Irwin Show, respectfully, with your host, Irwin. What up, dude?
What's up, Rafa? Another episode here. Episode 79.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry,
we're back
a little
again. Yeah. A little late, but we're here. We're here. We're waiting here just in time, so we're perfectly timing. But before we continue, just remember to hit the like button, share this video, and share it with friends and family. Rafa, let's get into it. Let's get you going straight off the bat right now. Let's go ahead and get us with the quote of the day.
Definitely. So, the quote of the day comes from yours truly, the one and only, Atomic Habits. That's a book that I've been reading during the 75 Hard Challenge. And there's a sentence that kind of got stuck to me, which is a habit is a behavior that it has been repeated enough time to become automatic. And basically, it's kind of like when you wake up at 5 a.m. every day and it becomes automatic for you. That habit becomes automatic for you. And so it is important to create those little habits here and there for you to become a better person day after day. So there's your quote of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
How's that working out for you, man? I mean, tell us a little bit more about it. Just tell me more what's going on. How do you see about things like that? What has helped you about that book? What has made it hard, the challenging part, like 75 hard challenge. 75-day hard challenge is definitely something that you've been on day 25 as we speak right now, correct?
25? Day 24 today. Tomorrow will be 25.
25.
Yeah, I can talk about it. Basically, for my 75 hard challenge, as you can see, if you follow me on my social media, you can see like maybe a 2 to 10-minute video, depending on the day. But you guys can see that the biggest struggles that I assume it was going to be is reading a 10-page book. But in reality has been either the diet or the taking the photo progress. Now I'm doing a video progress, so that way you guys can see it every day. I realized that hasn't been done. One of the things that hasn't been done is having a video progress for you guys. Now that's something I'm going to be uploading here this weekend, day 1 through 24 on a YouTube channel. I'm going to create a playlist just for it so you guys can see it too through my YouTube channel. But honestly, I think, Irwin, you remember when I mentioned you the beginning of the challenge, I was mentioning that the hardest part about it that was going to be, it was reading.
Yeah.
And it comes to realize that, dude, that was the easy part, depending on what book you're reading. And it's very critical that due to the challenge, you don't pick like a fantasy book or anything like that. So I decided to pick, can you guys see it?
Yeah, the Atomic Habits. You can see it like that. There you go.
Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, on the first 10 pages, I read the intro and it hit me by shock. It's a person who used to play baseball during high school and college, and he got in a terrific car accident that he had to recoup all the way back and bring himself back to normal. And then he explains the little habits that he had to build over and over again. And that's why one of the quotes is the habit is a behavior that you repeat enough times it becomes automatic. So it's kind of like a baseball player hitting a fastball pitch. It becomes automatic for him, for the baseball player, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, I enjoyed the book. I actually finished it already. Believe it or not. So that if you guys follow me, I think day 23, I mentioned to you guys that I actually finished the book. And it's my first book that I ever finished that is on a like I have finished books before, and it's books that the school, like in middle school or high school, when they're like, hey, you got to finish this book for this school project. And even then, I just like read the a few pages here and there and just come with a conclusion. So for me to finish a book is like one of the biggest milestones in my life right now. So I'm actually very proud of myself for finishing the book. And now I am working on, I don't have it here, I have it downstairs. But as you can see here, I got more books. I got my LLC for beginners. And then I got David Goggins, Never Finish. And downstairs I have David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. And this is the other book that I have, Personal Finance for in your 20s and 30s for dummies. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, I got those books. Hey man, sometimes you just gotta act dumb and buy a book like that, so that way you can like fully understand it, the details of it. So how
Yeah, I
about you,
mean,
man?
what about me?
You and I were supposed to start this challenge at the same time.
Damn, I think I texted you and tell you that I fell. So
On day one,
no, not day one, not day one, but yeah. But no, besides the point, I do the book that I still have here with me is the Spanish one by Cesar Lozano. I've been reading about it. That one I have been reading, and I'm actually not quite done. I'm pretty much. I'll show you where I'm actually left off at right now. Kind of halfway through. So this is what page my little separator, which is about page 168. So
not
I'm
bad,
still
dude.
working on that one. So I mean, it's kind of like the Spanish one. Kind of try to get it back into the reading in Spanish. And yeah, I had this book for a minute. I just forgot where I had it, and I found it. I'm like, oh, perfect. So whenever I had the chance, just whatever I can read, I just read a little bit of it. And I have it right here, right next to my desk. That's exactly where I have it at, sitting right here next to my desk. And even though that I didn't complete the challenge itself, I feel like in general you could still kind of able to kind of educate yourself in a way. And not like I don't like reading books, and for me to be doing this, I'm in the same way with you. This is something that I've been doing, and definitely it's been something challenging. Normally I try to do it right before going to bed. Try to read about a couple 10 pages. That's normally what I try to do. So yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
got a few stories about that. How I try to read a book and I literally falling asleep as I'm reading. Like I remember I had to like I did it. I was running out of time and I had to read like at 10 p.m. And I used
damn.
and so I was reading it, and literally I have to be pacing around the house in order to finish that book or to finish that 10 pages because I was like falling asleep. It's not that the book wasn't interesting. It was that I was so damn tired because I keep waking up at 5 a.m. And in order to get 8 hours of sleep, I have to be asleep by 9. I
Yeah.
sleep by 9.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So it kind of like, all right. I mean, this is why one of the reasons why we have the podcast at 7 p.m. So by 8 p.m. we're done, and I can do the
Whatever you
little
do.
stuff on the side, and then hopefully be done by 9.
Yeah, I mean
So
that's what I'm saying. Like that's why you're kind of been pushing to that with the 8 o'clock time for us right now. So I mean I'm whatever works dude, for sure. But yeah, I mean it's been challenging for you for sure. And I mean, do you feel like any kind of difference for you that you feel like you're kind of getting used to certain things like that?
Bobby, I'm feeling strong.
That's good, man.
Like I'm feeling buff. I'm feeling like my belly is leaving me a little bit by little. So I'm only kind of nervous that I'm gonna have like the extra skin around my belly area.
No, I mean if you work it
But
around, if you work yourself out around that area, you should be able to be okay with it.
listen,
Just kind of
it will be kind of like a trophy in some sort of way. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do end up having like extra skin, due to like because I let myself go
Mhm.
that hard, that extra skin will be like a reminder to never let yourself go that far back.
It's crazy, because you do like there's certain times where You don't never realize how much you let yourself go that
Yeah.
you forget about that. So
Yeah,
say
there
that
was
from
times
experience,
where
bro.
yeah, there was times where I remember when I was like 180 pounds, I was like, yeah, I'm 180. I'm gonna be fine. And then
Hmm.
I see the scale keep going up and up. It's like, oh, I need to hit the gym now, 190. And I hit the gym for like a day, and then I kind of give up and not being like on and off. And then finally, I reached 200, and I was like, it was already affecting me psychologically. Like,
Yeah,
and I noticed that it was hurting me mentally and physically. Like, there was times where uh, there was times where I couldn't sleep right because of my overweight.
yeah,
And for
makes a
me,
difference for
yeah,
sure.
and so now I'm just like sleeping through like a baby. I mean, I still have a struggle. Like when I sleep, I'm the type of sleeper that sleep on their sides, not on their belly or anything like that. I sleep on my side. And sometimes, like my shoulder full of sleep, like I sleep on top of my arm sometimes. And my whole arm, I have to like wake up in the middle of the night because my arm is asleep. But um, no, dude, I think like that was one of the biggest, personally for me. It being this overweight, I feel some sort of depression, and this is what encouraged me to do the 75 hard challenge. Another reason why I'm 35 years old, and my body will be declining from this point on. So I got to make sure to bring it back to health as much as possible, so I can be around my kids as much as possible.
Of course, I think
So
that's very important. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think
yeah,
it's important that you take care of yourself in a way you
definitely.
can. And you work so hard to where you're at that I feel like you're gonna have some habits once this challenge is done. You
Hmm.
continue to do the same exact thing you're doing right now, and maybe in a little different procedures. And just work your way through where you want to get. And that's the most important thing. Once you get to that point, and
Hmm.
it takes time where you actually kind of look in things. You're like, I think I need to do this differently. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
You should kind of be kind of taking control for yourself because sometimes you have to have reality hit you. Sometimes to look at certain things. You're like, fuck, I can't be doing this shit. So I think it's for the best. And that's with me as well too. It's
Hmm.
been a progress too as well. Even though that I fell for the challenge itself, I'm starting to think about other things as well too. So whatever it can, just to kind of get me into a track of
Yeah, I
getting
think
where
you
I need
can.
to get.
I mean, this is one thing I have to say. Like I said it to myself, and I think I mentioned it on my fitness journeys videos. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna start calling those 75 hard challenge videos
Mhm.
journey to 150. So 150J, and there in one of those videos I did mention if I fail in it between now and the last day of 75, I will continue doing two workouts a day, but instead of doing it 45 minutes, I'm gonna do 30 minutes.
Yeah,
And instead of being so hardcore with the diet, I'm just gonna do a strict diet Monday to Friday and just let myself a little bit loose on Saturday and Sunday.
yeah.
And I will still be reading the book, and I wouldn't. I mean, I would be recording the videos but only for like a short amount. Like I'm already building those habits as I'm going. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like I'm already getting used to like when I wake up, the mirror that you see back there,
I see it.
I take a photo of myself.
Yep. So,
And that bench over there, that's where I laid down my morning clothes. So that way, when I wake up at 5 a.m. after feeding Milena, I change and go for my walk. So yeah, it's one of those things that um I'm actually I thought it was gonna be harder than this, you know. It's probably because I haven't had like a life event or I haven't had that time to travel outside during
hmm
the 75 hard challenge.
hmm
So it seems a little bit easy.
right. No, but I
So
mean, at this point, I think that just in general for you, like, I don't think you'll fail. I don't think you'll fail for what you were doing at this point
mhm.
because I think you're just already too committed to it. I think with anything worst case scenario, I think you control yourself. You have able to manage, your ways.
No,
And
yeah.
I believe that if you actually do something you shouldn't be doing, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel very disappointed. So I definitely don't see you actually falling for that. I mean, you have about approximately 25 days. It'll be 50 more days tomorrow. You have, so
Yes,
just keep
sir.
pushing, man. Just keep pushing. That's all you can really do. Just keep pushing and do what you got to do, and then
I
just
mean,
go from there, bro.
listen, the word failing, it will be just because I broke one of the 75 hard challenge rules. But I actually feel like I'm being successful right now because I'm accomplishing a lot of goals that through my life I always say like, oh, I'm gonna start reading a book, I'm gonna start doing this and that. And like I never had the guidance behind it in order to until I found the 75 hard challenge recently at the beginning of this year.
Right.
And so it is actually like a mind opening to find this challenge and be able to actually experience the challenge as I go. But yeah, it has become really hard to it there's areas where it's hard, there's areas where it's not.
Right. No.
And
I mean,
yeah,
everything has its difficulties,
yeah, for
Everything has its
everybody is.
difficulties for anything. Anything has different for anybody else.
Yeah.
Nothing is the same for the same people. Everything has some kind of different procedures.
Mhm.
You have to look at it this way. You have perspective people that actually, they do the living, 9 to 5 from where you, for example, from your point of view.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that do 9 to 5, physically. There's a lot of people that go extremely above and beyond. And there's some people that actually have to do this 75-day hard challenge and they're doing a lot of traveling. Like that's their way of work, for them to be working and stuff like that. So it is not a procedure that's easy.
Yeah.
You know,
So one of the things I noticed is like I don't have time for shit.
no, well, you
Like
don't. Yes, I
the two
noticed that.
45-minute video work, like the 2 45-minute workout, one in the morning at 5 a.m. Then if I'm lucky, if I'm too tired, I go back to sleep until like 30 minutes before my shift. So that's kind of like the good thing that I work from home too.
Yeah, see, that's the benefit you have for that.
Yeah,
So
I have the
that's for
benefit
sure.
of working from home, and so this challenge it seems a little bit easier because of that. Because if I had to like go to go to office, it would be a whole different story. Um, but but yeah, I think that this is why I record the video progress, let you guys know day by day how hard it was. There was days where like I had to stay up until 11 p.m. to drink to finish my gallon of water because that usually happens during Saturday and Sunday when I have um events that are family events where I
Yeah.
have to go to barbecues, and I'm like, I'm gonna be that picky eater, and so and that's what it was. For my when we went for my daughter's blessing, not a baptism, but
Yeah.
blessing, where uh my sister-in-law hold down a barbecue, but I can only have selected food. So there was like a veggie tray, so I started picking out all the veggie trays with some dip, which is like hummus. Um, and there was like, of course, I can eat meat, so I'm able to like eat some chicken, some beef, and I was fine after that.
Yeah. So
But
that's
but
a good
yeah,
thing, though, and I'm glad you kind of keep us up to date with that. So let's continue to keep us up to that with that. Definitely, it's good to hear from you from that. You're about to be 25 days in, so maybe we'll come back again with another few more days later, see how you're doing and stuff like that. So just keep doing what you're doing, Rafa. So hey, calm down, bro,
hey, I'm
calm
just
down.
saying, we forgot to talk about something.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it we'll just talk about it. But the next topic I want to talk about, this is gonna be. We'll leave that one at the end, bro. We're gonna leave
What?
that. Yeah.
Oh, all right, we're
We'll
gonna
leave that
leave
one
it
at
at
the
the
end.
end.
We'll make that one at the end because there's a couple things that we forgot to talk about yesterday about that. But there's one thing that I wanted to talk to you too about. Yeah, so here's the weird thing that happened. So this is something that I saw and I seen it this morning. I didn't have the opportunity to take the picture of this or an actual video about this. And then this is why I brought it to my attention. I was a little bit more I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it for a minute because I saw a lot of TikTok videos and people posting stuff like that. The glitch of the Matrix is what the famous word they call it for now. So for me, I actually got to see this in person. Unfortunately, I don't have the video for it. Like I said, I was actually driving. I couldn't take a video. And for those that they know, there was like at the bunker area around the UPS FedEx facilities where they actually land on the airplane. They have their own personal bunkers here in Salt Lake City. They have where they bring the planes down, unload them, and ready to go. Heading up northbound, I did see this glitch for the first time with my own eyes. I'm not crazy. I'm not making this up, but I actually seen this in this plane. And if any of you guys saw that, and then anybody that's actually watching this and actually has a video of this UPS plane, I'm not even kidding you guys, literally was just stalled there on the air, not moving. I was like, what in the hell? So those videos you guys have seen, they're not being edited. And I saw that with my own eyes. And it was crazy because me and Rafa were talking about this earlier. I'm like, bro, I want to talk about this because I'm like, dude, this is insane. So Rafa has a video posted up. So
go ahead, bro. So here's a video, and hopefully you guys have the audio.
Walking. Look
at the plane. You don't even see the flag moving behind that plane.
Is it moving
at all?
Why is it always the camera so so shaky when it comes to videos like this, man?
And when people have some shitty hands, they go like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Sounds like
but here's the thing: look at the flag behind. Normally, you will see the flag waving or anything like that. That's the creepy part. So just picture this: I'm driving, dude, and I look left, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? The plane is like seriously just like
here's
that.
Another one.
That's another one. It's not moving.
Yeah, but if we go back into this video, like the only thing that kind of like gives it away is like how there's like wires in between it.
Yeah. So it is kind of hard to explain. And I was not a believer about this neither. I was like, okay, it has to be video edited.
Oh yeah, I listen. Erwin and I are having a conversation before this podcast.
Yeah.
And I still, to this point, like I don't consider him a liar, but at the same time, if I don't see it with my own eyes, I'm not gonna believe it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. It was the crazy part car for me, because it's just literally, like I said, bro, the plane is literally just stalling right there. Like it was like hovering, but it was just not moving. And I'm like, dude, I couldn't, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to pull my phone out. I didn't want to do anything like that. I didn't want to risk it because this happened on the freeway, and I'm on the freeway. I mean, I'm like, okay, maybe I should pull over to the side. But
you should have.
I should have.
And FaceTime me.
This is crazy because literally the plane. It's a big ass plane. You guys seen those planes? They load those planes with all the containers. They load them up. The first overnight, second overnight, whatever. But the fact that I actually got to see that in person, that completely changed my mindset. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna change his mindset, like he said. He's not gonna believe it until he's proven. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. But to me, when I saw that, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, I literally didn't know what to say. I was just shocked. And I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure how to explain that. I don't know what's causing this. Rafa did have some kind of important thing that he can, he thinks about, or he probably made his research about it, saying that it could be the atmosphere is crashing. Is that what you said, or something like that? Is what you said, or something like that?
If there was like a gravity shift, where like, and this is based on movies, where like there's areas in the planet where there's no gravity pull, and the plane passed by it, then yes, it could happen where like the plane is not moving at all. But even then, when there's no gravity, if there's no gravity by my hand and the plane passes by, it will just go quicker.
Yeah.
Or it was, I don't know. But yeah, we got Raptor 88 saying good evening, fellas.
Hey Raptor, welcome back, man.
Welcome back to the show.
And I don't know, it's just I was looking for it all morning. I even look at this.
But this was in Bountiful, right?
This is between North Salt Lake, so right between it was the exit of 700 North. 21st of 21st North and 215. Heading northbound, there's the bunker for FedEx, DHL, UPS. They're all right there, And just the fact that I just saw the plane just right there, bro. It wasn't moving. I literally hesitated though. I'm like, what in the hell, dude? Literally just a big.
So you were by the airport, right?
Yeah, it was by the airport. Right at the airport. Like literally, he was just kind of like hovering, just right above it. And he was in a decent height. He was low. So I'm thinking to myself, are these planes now have some kind of special, you know, ways to get up like a whatever, or like how can I put, like just to
That
lift
make
up instead
that's
of
what do you mean, like whatever?
like what I'm saying is like how the Air Force you have to take like at least a certain amount of speed to take off.
Mhm.
Like I'm talking about like actually lifting off just from the bottom of the ground just with no speed. Like it makes me question just the way the plane was sitting there. It is different to describe to you what I saw because I was actually there. I was sidetracked and I'm like,
Yeah, like a hologram,
I mean, shit, if that's a hologram. Holy shit, that was a really good hologram. I'll tell you
right?
that. It's just
And see,
it's
that's
crazy.
like for me, like we can see like videos of UFOs,
Right.
and I'm a guy who believes in aliens.
We talk. We'll get to that one too.
But I've seen a lot of videos of like, oh look, a
Yeah,
UFO,
yeah.
and it's like, no, dude, that could be edited.
Here's the crazy part. In Colombia, this happened. An actual UFO flew by an actual pilot in Colombia. He just went. Foom. I'm gonna find it and send it to you. I'm like, God damn. And he took up, the picture itself. It's crazy how that shit's going.
But see, here's the thing for me,
What
like
is
I
causing this though?
nowadays, for me, with the way technology is advancing, I cannot believe that the plane is standing still unless I see it with my own eyes. Now, I don't believe that there's a technology already that a commercial plane can stand still the way. Sorry, the mouse is kind of moving
You're good.
slowly on me.
You're good.
But there's no way that I can see a plane like this.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like you can see the plane is still as similar as it is nowadays, where it has to have like a long way for it to take off, and it has to be the oh my gosh, what is it called? Horizontal way? Yeah. So yeah, it gotta be like speeding up and slowly go up.
So and here's the thing that you can actually see the difference. You can tell the difference when a plane is taking off.
Yes.
Average speed about a plane gets anywhere between 495 to close to 600 miles an hour.
Mhm.
So I mean, these guys are moving really quick. It doesn't seem like it to you because they're so far high in the air that you can't see them. But this guy was literally not too high off the air. I can tell you that. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is fucking weird.
this
Like,
plane looks really close.
it looks like he might be landing. He could be landing possibility. He could be landing. You never know. That plane is way too low. But like I said, I can't really, change somebody's opinion without the proof. And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I mean, I couldn't pull, the video out. It was just crazy and it was just shocking to me because I literally kind of hesitated. I'm like, what the? It was like 7:15 in
Mhm.
the morning. So if any of you guys seen that and were around that area, you're watching this,
If you also see it with
dude,
Irwin,
please
let
let
us
me know because I'm like, this is something that I literally caught me in my attention here in Utah. This is something that I saw with my own eyes. This is not a TikTok video. I even told Rafa, dude, I've been looking for this. I'm sure somebody else had to see it because their plane was not moving at all. It was just
So
like,
here's what I've been
Elmo.
researching too. Let me go ahead and share my screen as well, and we can go together. Airplane glitching. Okay, so here it is. We have a few websites. This website, the view from the wing,
uh-huh.
it was on February 11th, 2023.
Such as this year. Okay.
Yeah. Then we have TikTok, same thing by this Tanya Draws, plane stuck in the airplane. Is it a glitch? Question mark. Then we also have viral video of plane not moving in the air. This is by Dexertor, February 9th. People are convinced there's a glitch in the matrix after, and they leave it blank. February 9th. Then October 14, 2019, on YouTube, there's a video of plane stop glitch in the matrix. And yeah, this is from February of this year. Several, let's click on this Twitter. Yeah, same thing. But see, a picture, a picture of a moving object is kind of like, dude, it's a picture.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not moving.
something you can't really relate with, you know. Like I
Yeah.
mentioned, I'm not here to change people's opinion because I don't have the evidence and proof. And I told you my legitimate reason why I don't have the proof. What I
Floating.
saw with my own eyes is not going to change my opinion, you know. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So
hard to explain to see that to somebody that, you know, they're like, oh, you know, it's cool, you know, we can't do this, we can't do that, you know, and so on, you know, just
yeah. So
exactly like that, something like that, exactly like that you have in the video.
yeah,
It was
right
a little bit
here.
lower, just like that, bro. Like, holy shit, you know, like, and it was literally
So
on the freeway, and, you know, just shocks me that the way it worked. And I can't really explain to you guys what exactly happened, or I
so
do would like to know what is this causing this issue, because if I see it with my own eyes, now I want to know. Now I want to know why is this happening? What is
so
causing this to happen? You know,
so this one right here, there's a plane right there, or there's like an object right there,
I see it. Yep, I see it.
and then again, it could be the camera like glitching too.
But your eyes, though, bro. Your eyes, though.
I see the plane sort of moving. I mean, not as
It's just
fast
your.
as it should,
Yeah, I mean that one I can't
but
really tell.
I repeat again, I can edit a fucking video like this and put a fucking plane standing still too.
Yeah, I used to be in the same boat as you. I used to think the same exact thing. I used to say the same exact thing you're doing. I
Like
agree until I
this
actually
one
seen
right
it in
here.
person. Right there, I see it.
But that's like the
What the? Oh no.
no. It has
That was
like
that's way too low, my guy.
that's
All right,
like
that one
oh,
threw me
but
off.
this one right here.
Yep, I see it. But though, so for those who
I
actually
mean,
like it, by any chance, I'm not the only crazy one that saw this, because I don't want to be considered. I mean, people might say, "Dan, you're fucking weird. You're thinking no, that's fine.
mhm.
I'll take it." But you guys cannot change my opinion what I saw with my own eyes. And
No,
unfortunately, I
I
don't have the video,
agree.
you know.
Like
So
if
it's
I
like,
saw,
dude,
if
fuck.
you start saying you saw an alien, that's good for you, man. But I have to see it too.
I don't have the proof of that. But on that
Mhm.
being said, you know, if any of you guys have seen anything like that, or anybody of you guys were heading southbound this morning on 215 by 21st North, on the right side there, you have the bunkers of the UPS, FedEx, and DHLs. If you guys were there and I wasn't the only one crazy out there that you guys saw that, please reach out to us. Let us know. If you have a video, send me a message. I want to see this. I want to know what you got, because, like I said, I didn't have the opportunity to have it, but this shit was crazy to me. That's why I wanted to talk about it, because I wasn't a believer about this whole thing. I really wasn't, until I seen it with my own eyes. And this shit happened, and it was just shocking to me. It makes me wonder, like, fuck, how would you feel if you're in the air and this shit happens, bro? What would happen, you know? How would you
I will
feel if
pull
you're like,
over. I will pull over. FaceTime somebody.
no. I'm talking about you being on the air, you being on that plane. You know, you're on that fucking plane.
That's
You're
the
fucking
thing, though.
frozen, bro. Like, just
That's
picture
the
that,
thing.
bro.
Okay, let's go conspiracy theory.
Okay.
If that plane is
Still
stuck in time, like if there's literally a glitch in the Matrix where like the plane is like glitching from the past or the future
right.
or something like that, they probably already like talk to each other, or like I don't know how to describe it. I think like the people in the plane are not thinking, "Oh, we're stuck in the air,"
Yeah.
or "We're stuck in time." They're more like, what you." It's kind of what the Ant-Man movie explained when the 5-year blips,
Yep.
for him was 5 hours. So
Right.
probably for the plane, inside the plane, it was just a speck of a second. And that's another thing. Why isn't like the people in the plane saying, "Oh, we're stuck in the air. We're not
I mean,
moving."
you know, like, here's the thing though. If that's, and that's another thing too, you probably have a good point on that, you know. Just like I mentioned, you know, right now my opinion has been pretty settled to that. Like my opinion what I had before
My heart
before
attack.
this.
I will have like 20 heart attacks in that fucking plane. If the
If you
plane
were
is not moving,
it's just
if
like, dude,
if
we're
I'm in
not
the
fucking
plane and
moving,
I
you know
see
what I
the
mean?
plane not moving, yeah, I will die right
No,
there.
and it's no doubt, you know, it's just kind of like you have to kind of look at a perspective where, like, okay, so what's worse? Somebody that actually seen it on the freeway or on the side, like, God damn, that plane is not moving, or the actual passengers in that plane were like,
The
what
actual
the fuck?
passengers, man.
You know what I mean? It's just because you're up there, and like I said, it was not like landing or nothing. Just
Mm-mm.
it was just sitting there, not moving, nothing, bro. It's like, what the fuck, you know? I was like, this is crazy to me because I've never seen it in person. So I was kind of hoping somebody actually got that as well because like that was just crazy to me, and
Is that something you call 911 for?
I don't think I would call 911 for that. I don't think. I
Why
mean,
not?
what can they
I
do?
mean,
You're in the air, bro. What the fuck are you gonna do? If it falls, you're fucked anyways. You know what I mean?
I
If
know,
if that plane falls, you're not gonna do anything about it. You know
but
what I mean?
if let's say the plane is about to fall, the people on the ground, it needs to be clear out. They need to clear out that area on the bottom.
Hmm.
And then, I mean, that's one reason to call 911.
See, but here's the thing, though. Right there where he was at, I mean, nobody lands there. Everything the normally the whole
Okay.
takeoff landing is there's nothing.
So why not call 911 to report, hey, a plane just crashed?
Because that's what they're for. That's why they have those
No,
security facilities are very secure facilities. I'm sure they have some kind of way. You know what I mean?
yeah, I understand that, but you see a plane floating like that, you're like, hey, 911, I see a
See,
plane stuck in the air. They might think you're crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Right? You're like, hey, sir, where you at? We're gonna pull your ass over and make sure we can.
Yeah,
You know?
that's fine. Come over. I'm at this location.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then if the plane fucking leaves, I mean, I'm hoping that you start recording so that way, or start FaceTiming somebody and be like, hey, you see me, right? You're FaceTiming, and then you have somebody else as an evidence
Mm,
that you're FaceTiming with that someone else.
yeah.
But I don't know, even FaceTiming, it could be, I could like easily change the background to have a plane behind me.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't
No,
know about
and
that,
see,
bro. Yeah, you're
I'm
going
just
overboard with that shit. Now, like that's way too
like,
much.
I can do this.
Hey, what is that? What are you
Oh,
looking at?
remember on the previous episode, a few episodes ago, we were talking about would you slide into Chris and Sprock
Krishan's
DMs,
Brock DM.
knowing what comes with it? We had a conversation, but yeah, like you see, I can like post a image like this, like live with StreamYard. But if I put a plane right behind me, like I'm not saying you're nuts, or
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah. No, it's
saying that
understandable.
you're crazy for seeing that. What
But
I'm saying is I have to see it first.
no, yeah, and like I said, my opinion was before this was a complete different thing. My opinion was that like, okay, this
Yeah.
has to be wrong. But then, and I don't blame you for it, bro. Especially how technology is, everything has advanced. I don't blame you at all. I can understand where you're coming from with that. I can see what you're saying with that. I believe it. I respect that.
Yeah.
But just be aware that you heard it from me. It's like, damn, Erwin was fucking
Yo,
right.
what if it was an alien and was camouflaging as a commercial plane?
Okay, so
I like that idea.
we had the conversation earlier. We had it yesterday. They're apparently the senior, the main guy that makes the decision for the United States. He
Mhm.
made warnings. I mean, I don't know if you want to switch the topic into this. You gotta get into that now.
Wait,
We-
wait, wait. 1 second. Real quick. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia lost. Continue. Quickest
I
update
wasn't
ever.
done with that shit. We're gonna get to that motherfucker.
No,
at
we
the
will.
end.
We will. But we have that coming up,
This
guys.
fucking guy. Anyways, so this is another theory that was been going on as well too, and I don't think it's a theory anymore. It's actually something that has been brought up by the actual United States government, the military system, the main guy that makes the decisions.
Mhm.
He has a conspiracy himself, has given the warning to the Pentagon and telling them about all the situation that's going on. Apparently, he believes we've seen too many movies. I get it. Too many movies about, hey, we have this freaking tower, like that movie, what is it called? Battleship. You see that movie Battleship, where they're the Marines are out in Hawaii,
Yeah.
and then they create a machine like a satellite system to actually go up in the sky, on the space and send transmission, communications with the universe.
What's your favorite alien movies?
E.T. Just kidding. I do like E.T. though. That shit was good, bro. But like Battleship is one of them for sure. I do like that movie. What was the other one? Independence Day was another good movie. I think it was pretty good. Um, and now based on this, I think we're to a point where none of
Mhm.
us, that District 9's a good movie too.
Oh, District 9. Yeah, I like
District
that.
9's a definitely a good movie too. But I
Oh,
just
the
no. What's
what
the other one with Tom Cruise?
Paul?
The one with Tom Cruise. Scroll down a little bit.
Tom Cruise is I think is
Something War.
World War.
World. There you go. I actually like that one too.
There's also Paul, Seth Rogen as the alien.
Uh-huh.
Um, I also like Independence Day. That's a classic one.
Yes, of course you can go with that one. Of
You know,
course,
Battle of Los Angeles. I like that
that
one.
was a good movie too. Yep.
Edge of Tomorrow. It was okay. It was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. Um,
Signs was kind of weird.
Signs. Oh,
It's
dude,
scary, weird, but it was weird, bro.
bro. When that movie came out, when Signs, 2002.
2002. Jesus
I
Christ.
was 14, 13, 14.
Roughly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had nightmares for like 3 days straight
but
of aliens going through
here's
the
the
beach.
thing, though, bro. I think a lot of people are so focused about the whole, hey, we should be at war against each other. Ukraine with Russia and all this shit that's going on. But
Mhm.
it's getting to the point. If the technology is so advanced nowadays that people are trying to create some kind of systems to kind of be able to explore what's out there in the universe. I think these things happening like that can make a big problem. I don't think this is considered a movie anymore. If you're already actually making the research and you're breaking that to the news and you're bringing it out to the public,
Mhm.
the public's gonna laugh at you and say, "Oh, yeah, right, bro. This is a fucking movie. No, that doesn't exist. None of this happens." There's a reason why I think we should be concerned. I think in cases like this,
But here's the thing, though. I think the perspective that we have about aliens is based out of movies.
right?
Because if you think about it, 90% of the time, the movies about aliens is aliens attacking us,
Right.
and not just us, but United States only. How come there is not an alien attack in anywhere else in the world?
Yeah.
And so, for me, it's kind of like, okay, it makes sense to be prepared for it, but at the same time, how do we know if aliens are friendly or not? You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like I mentioned, right now I think there's so many things are happening.
Yeah.
So many things are happening. United States base, worldwide base. And I think just there's a lot of things that at the end of the day we should really look into this and say we're all human beings. We speak different languages. We may look different, but if something like this were to come down, let's just say in
Mhm.
any kind of ways, the technology has advanced so much that I'm not trying to alert anybody, but it's something that just kind of brought up to people's attention. You know, we don't know what they're doing. Battleship give you a perfect example, creating a satellite to communicate and translate some kind of conversations from the English to whatever they can to the universe. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Something like that, And there's so many things. There's so many things out there that that you look into and see if it happens. A lot of people say, "Oh, I seen an alien. Oh, I seen a UFO." You know, and then again it goes back to a video. But here's the thing, some of these videos go back to the 80s, 90s, and you look at
Yeah.
stuff like that, it's kind of makes you wonder, what if this really happens? What if something like this actually does go through? Does that
It-
make sense? Like, it just, I don't want to be more like a conspiracy, but I kind of want to be more like, what if it does happen? We're fighting against each other here, but when this shit comes down and they come down to us, who are we going to be fighting with?
At the same time, I feel like it's kind of like, have you seen The Last of Us,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
TV series on
Yes.
HBO?
Mhm.
Okay, I think it's gonna be something similar to that, where we gonna have a common enemy, which is gonna be, let's say, the aliens,
Mhm.
and we're still gonna be fighting with each other because there's gonna be people who are wanting to rule over anything,
Of course.
and we're gonna have like different colonies spread out. Um, but that's just my theory. If the aliens are really trying to conquer us, but
Right.
here's my thing: I don't think that aliens are trying to conquer us. I think they're observing us. One of my theory is like, if for the audience, if you think that aliens are real, actually let me put it on my perspective. I believe aliens are real. I believe
Right.
they're out there. in space or
Whatever.
absorbing, watching us from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're gonna attack us. I don't think they're, because here's the thing: if they attack us and they can camouflage, they have spaceships like in the movies. They have way better technology
Of
than we do.
course.
Way better.
You know what I mean?
And
It like
they
you know.
could annihilate us in instance, because number one, we have this political game on the background going on.
That's
So you
one.
see how long it takes for a law to pass. Imagine like going to war with like aliens.
Yeah.
We would have
That's-
lost because there's people like trying to make decisions and shit like that.
And
Second
then,
of all, is unbelievable that we have uh the mindset that it's the way that we see aliens as already declaring enemies instead of like, what do they want? What can we do? Like, it's something that like movies from the 60s, 50s, or even way back then
Mhm.
have always pictured us like aliens will come and there will be enemies right away, instead of like, yo, what if like we accidentally have like something that is theirs?
Mm. Don't be surprised in Area 51, bro. Don't be surprised what that Area 51 thing. People think, oh, that's some bullshit. But I mean, I seen a couple
No,
things.
actually,
You know what I mean?
it's real.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
real,
think it's
you know?
bullshit anymore. A lot of people, there was actually people like trying to break in, and there was news in 2020 that people were trying to break in,
Exactly. Yeah.
and somebody I don't remember where I watched it, but somebody was like, "Good luck. You tried, they will shoot you.
Oh,
They
yeah.
will not has. There is no law in the fucking desert, basically."
Yeah, I mean, pretty much that you pretty much have no option. Either you get the fuck out, or they're gonna shoot you. That's it.
And they will drag
There's
your
no
ass
options.
out.
There's no options. That's all there is. I mean, I seen a couple
if-
videos pulled up. You know,
And if they are aliens and they're on Area 51,
they're there for a reason.
they're gonna feed your dead body is gonna become a meal.
They're there for a reason for sure. So, I mean, like I said, I don't want to, alert people in any kind of way. You can take me serious or not. It's up to you. This is something that I see, and I actually I like to think like I don't like to. I do a lot of overthinking, and sometimes I do, but sometimes things like this kind of bring me like, what if this actually happened? What if this actually went through? What if this, shit like this is actually going down? Like things like this, it's for real. What if it were to happen? What are we expecting to do? It's just nowadays you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Everything has changed. The world has switched so much since 2020. It switched so much, and that's it.
Raptor
What is this?
88, there is a Area 51 in Utah, and that isn't on the map.
Are you serious? How do you know about this Raptor?
I think
That's
it's by Skull Valley too. That's
Skull Valley.
Road.
That's up in north. That's north, up there by
Skull Valley Road.
Skull,
No, it's not north.
Skull Valley Road.
It's the military base by Tuela, a little more west.
You think so?
Yeah,
Huh.
I've been there
Mm.
because me and a friend of mine used to work for the airport. Like, when you report like you're missing luggage,
Yeah.
and the airport finds it and they have to drop it off to your location.
Mhm.
So he used to work like that. He used to be like the person who drop it off. And one of the luggages took us to Skull Valley Road on the
Yeah.
military base. It
Yeah.
was in the middle of the night. He had to park his car in this parking lot with the lights on. I guarantee you, I had a sniper in my fucking head.
Holy shit, bro.
No joke.
What
No
was the
joke.
Call of Duty with the reflection?
No reflection, nothing, dude. No reflection,
Oh,
nothing.
man.
I guarantee, not even a sniper. They're probably like,
Oh, well, they're keeping an eyes on you. Just
yeah,
wanna
they
make
have
sure.
to.
Yeah. I mean,
they
if we
have
do
to.
have that, that's I didn't know that. So
And so so it was in the middle of the night. We park on this parking lot with the light on top of us. He had to get out of the car with the luggage and walk to the gate and drop it off at the gate, and then walk back, drive off. And that was the scariest shit. I was like, yo, I mean, it was scary because in my head, I was already picturing 1,000 scenarios of getting shot. Like one of them is my friend like running back, like run, and then just pop.
What, zigzagging like freaking Call of Duty?
Slide jump,
Shit.
slide jump.
Slide jump. Oh
Oh,
my
dude,
shit,
you
dude.
know how bad that your knees and your skin will be scraped off. Of? Like,
No, but like in like I said, it's just
yeah,
something that the today's topics, that we're talking about is just something that like, and that's one thing I like. Well, let me let him go ahead, bro. Finish that
Raptor
real quick.
88. There is one north above Ogden. But my old boss talked about one night was paying attention and the military SUV came up and with the assault rifles pointed at him.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, wasn't
Ugh,
okay.
there's one about
One
wasn't
night wasn't paying
paying
attention.
attention. Holy shit, dude.
Uh,
Well, the thing is, here's the thing is too as well. He said they came out of nowhere. Fuck.
yeah, dude. I'm telling you, like,
Well,
the
just so you,
military they don't fuck
dude,
around,
just so
dude.
you know, up in there by Layton, so it says that we have the biggest Air Force facility here in Utah. That facility is in Layton, bro, and that shit, I'm not even bullshitting with you. I think it's literally 4 exits of a freeway length. It's huge. I passed by it too. It's humongous, you know. And dude, I
Here,
don't know, man.
here's
This is
another theory that I have. Have you seen the movie Hills Have Eyes?
it's been a while.
Okay. It's about like apparently this family take a shortcut and this road is full of people who are
Yeah,
disformed
yeah, yeah,
from
yeah,
nuclear
yeah,
waste.
yeah, 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 yeah. Holy
Yeah.
shit, bro.
On that Skull Valley Road, there's a gas station that looks exactly like the
Fuck
movie.
that. Talking about
I
that, here's
yeah.
another weird shit. By the capital city in Salt Lake. You know how by the
Uh-huh.
capital city there's like if you're going up to the capital city, if you were to go to the view, right? There is an actual city down below. There's some stairs you can actually walk down below, which is called Midget Town.
Okay.
That is not bullshit.
So
Midget
the
Town
gas
is for real.
station was something like this,
Yeah, fuck all that.
right there. So there's a gas station that looks exactly like this in Utah.
Mm, mm-mm.
And even like my friend literally, so the friend that I'm talking about, uh he's a daredevil. He went straight up to the fucking window
Mm-mm.
and actually no, we stay in the car. I was like, you get out of the fucking car, I'm a fucking bounce. And you will stay behind. I don't give a fuck. Because if
No,
I
bro.
start seeing like somebody like coming out, so we flashed the lights
Mhm,
like with the high beams
mhm,
and we aimed it and it looked exactly like the Hill Five Eyes right here,
mm-mm.
like
I'm
that.
good. Nah, bro, I'm good.
And here, let me see if there's a location.
That shit looks creepy as shit, bro.
Yeah, it does. Is so the gas station from the 2006 version of the American horror film The Hill Five Eyes size is on Morocco. Okay.
Providence of Morocco.
You didn't have to go that far, but dude, let me.
We're right here, Utah.
We
Nah,
have one in Utah, so
bro.
let's see. Um, let's see. Oh my gosh, typing sucks today. Gas station. Let me pull up the map, man. I think the map is it's gonna be way better. So this is what I'm talking. Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, cool. So this is what I'm talking about. You go. This right here is go to Tuella,
That's Raspberry
and I
Park.
think this is the road right here, Skull Valley Road, right here. So somewhere around here should be like a gas station.
Isn't it kind of weird how it's marked all grayed out, like all greened out? You see it
What is?
right there where it's all green, the green box. The big ass green box right there next to you on the right side. That
Oh,
big ass.
this?
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Now you summed it. Okay. No, you're good.
Yeah,
My bad.
zoomed out.
Okay.
This is the
Just the
Desert Peak.
mountains. Okay.
Yeah, it's the West Mountains. But you can see this is the Skull Valley Road that I'm talking about. I believe that this is where like the nuclear waste is in Utah,
Mhm,
and right here, this gray square.
mhm.
Oh no, this is a cemetery. Never mind.
Hmm.
No, we did pass that. the Dogway, I think this is the military base or somewhere around here.
Yeah, dude.
Because I remember driving all the. Me and my friend drove all this road, and there's like a gas station somewhere around here. Let's see if I can drop that little dude. Yeah, I can.
I can drop the little dude.
Yeah,
Damn,
dude.
bro.
By the
Oh,
way,
there you-
yeah. Let's see if I can find it. This is gonna be trippy if.
I don't think you can find it.
Oh,
are you sure you're on the right road? It doesn't
Oh,
look like
trust me, I
state
am.
highway is what it says.
Yeah, but it's
Are
Gold
you
Valley.
sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That seems like a long way, buddy.
Yeah, it was a long way like this, dude. Trust me. And it was in the middle of the night, so it was. Here's the beautiful thing about it. It was in the middle of the night, so and there's no city lights, so
Uh-huh.
you can actually see the clear sky, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Come on, this is gonna take forever. But on the meantime, let's talk about boxing, man. Because we only have a few minutes.
Yeah, let's do that. But before you go into boxing real quick, let me make a quick debrief real quick on this. I want to keep you up to date
Yeah.
with the basketball NBA right now. It looks like the Knicks are officially eliminated the Cavaliers 106-95. They are officially out of the playoffs. So the Knicks send the Cavaliers home. Bye-bye. They break a record. Actually, this is the first time, I believe, I just seen it right now, the first time in how long it's been since the Knicks actually advanced. Knicks are in first playoff series win since 2013, it looks like. So, with that being said, the Knicks are moving on to the next round, and they're waiting for the winner between tonight's game. If it's the Heat or the Bucks, they will be playing either the Heat or the Bucks in that series. Now, in the Lakers Grizzlies game, the game is just finished. The Grizzlies beat the Lakers 116-99. So, that's pretty much it. And the next game for tonight is definitely going to be one of the best series here right now, in my personal opinion. The Sacramento Kings against the Golden State Warriors, Game 5. So this game is going to be pretty damn good. But
Did I find it?
nope.
Nope.
But let's talk about your
you
boxing real quick.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you think
What's up?
what's his name, Donovan Mitchell choke on this playoff?
Honestly, bro,
Uh-huh.
all I can tell you that Donovan Mitchell right now just kind of proving a lot. I mean, like I said, I like the guy, bro, but he didn't show up. He got
What was his score?
eliminated. 106-95 was the final score for today's game.
His score.
His score was I'm looking at right now. Donovan
Let me
Mitchell had
ask-
28 points, 11 for 26, 3 for 3 on the free throws.
I'm gonna take forever looking for that. So let me jump in over here.
So,
NBA.
yeah, Donovan
Oh,
Mitchell,
the damn it, the Lakers lost.
you're not putting attention. See, you don't listen to me, bruh. I just told you the score.
No, we were talking about the Cavaliers. That's why I wasn't paying
No, I
attention.
even tell you the Lakers lost 116-99, and they look pretty bad. I was actually looking at
All right.
watching the game earlier. They look pretty bad. So
All right, so let's see. Mitchum, 44 minutes, 28 points.
3 for 12
5
of the
assists,
3-pointer.
7 rebounds.
There it is, 3 for 12. And like I said, unfortunately, that was gonna we kind of seen that one was coming, to be honest. And good luck with the Knicks. But right now, Miami's beating Milwaukee.
So are you happy with the trade now? Now that Donovan Mitchum didn't win it this year?
I mean, clearly both of the teams, both of the players that got traded, both of the players got eliminated. In the
No, I'm
first
not talking about Rudy Gobert.
I'm talking about both. I don't give a shit. Both.
Rudy Gobert sucks.
Yeah, we know that shit. But
Yeah,
I mean, Donovan Mitchell itself, it is what it is. So what
All
happens?
right,
Let's go
Raptor
up there.
88. He is going back to the subject and say Hill is a big storage. It is the top 10 base that will hit if something happens. I used to deliver pixels on the base years ago. Always talked with the cars all the time.
Yeah, it's a huge base, bro. It's a huge base. It's humongous. I mean, I'm always hearing, planes because I'm usually around there tomorrow,
Mhm.
and you can hear all that stuff like that. You can hear all the stuff that's going on out there for sure. But let me get back into something here. You wanted to talk about a quick debrief about Devonta Davis and Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sincere with you. I think Devonta Davis got him in a perfect weight. I think he got him where he wanted to be lean. He wanted to be skinnier than what he weights. I mean, what was it, 135? 135?
I think 136.
136. Dude, 136. Holy shit. For a guy. Holy shit. 136. And, That hit, to me, it didn't look as bad. But then people saying, "Did you not see this?" Like, I'm not here to defend Ryan Garcia. What I want to say about this is, it didn't look right. A few days before that, you guys were talking about it's going to be over by the 7th round. All this shit was happening. All this conspiracy. Yes, it was one of the most watched fights. Whatever.
Yeah, I think that this
But
fight was for the boxing for the boxing. Oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for?
what were you looking for, buddy?
For the boxing era, like, because I think like UFC, for me personally, I feel like the UFC is kind of like taking over the boxing. And so um the way I see it is that it this boxing right here, this boxing match was actually kind of like refreshing to see, you know?
But what I kind of didn't like about something that, I lost a lot of respect for Oscar de la Hoya too.
Mm.
Him walking out of that, just like that. That's
On
very
the
disrespectful.
post fight
Yeah, just
conference. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
just the kind of the shit that he did, and so the rumor said that apparently, Canelo didn't want to train him with Ryan Garcia because he was lazy. And the end of the story is just kind of feel like, everybody's gonna get all criticizing to Gervonta Davis now because oh my god, he's all this and all that shit. Okay, cool story, man, But
Man, why
I
can't
think I just want to say that,
Mhm.
I personally think this was kind of rigged. I think it was kind of like a scripted 7th round. Just the way they
Really?
look. Oh yeah, bro. For sure. That the whole
No.
fight just kind of looks scripted like that, bro. To
I
me, it
mean,
looked like that. And
boxing looks rigged anyway, dude.
oh yeah,
Like, think about it. The Canelo versus Triple G,
what
like,
about it?
go for a draw. Come
that
on, man.
that that shit was that shit was weird too, And then Canelo's
It,
gonna be fighting here soon again too, So the big rumor is this guy right here that you have in the cat right now and I'm putting up. He's supposed to be fighting Gervonta Davis supposedly. I mean,
mm,
I don't know what to say. I just didn't like how the fight went. You know, in a way, Gervonta Davis did have him in his weight class,
oh, man.
135 dude with a very lean guy.
So this is the fight you're talking about: Canelo Alvarez versus John Ryder on a 12-round fight on the super middleweight on
That's on
May
the 6th of
6th
May. Oh damn,
on
shit, that's down the street.
Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
Oh, they're putting in his hometown. They're fighting in his hometown. So shit, that's crazy. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I just kind of didn't like. I didn't like that. I didn't like how that went. I didn't like how things went down on the fight.
Yeah.
I feel like it was very rigged. Like I
Mm.
mentioned, just seeing the fight and how he got hit. A lot of people trying to give me, oh, but you didn't see the punch. Imagine getting hit like that by Gervonta Davis. I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think it was more like a liver punch.
Yeah, but it just the way it didn't look like that. It didn't look as bad as you thought. But then again,
Bro, they're
Gervonta Davis
professional.
wanted to come back. I'm not a professional, but Gervonta Davis wanted to have him out that way because he had no meat on himself. Ryan Garcia is already skinny as it is.
Yeah, I
You know,
think he would
so
say like he will not drop that down anymore.
yeah, so
Like if anything, I think somebody tried to challenge Ryan Garcia, and it was like I don't know who it was. This is how out of it I am with boxing.
no.
I
Well,
used to follow the Mike Tyson era and stuff
oh, of
like that,
course, who didn't? That guy was a
but
monster, dude.
I think like after Mike Tyson, I lost it on boxing, and that was before the UFC took over.
So, here's one thing I'm going to ask you: Nate Diaz or Jake Paul?
Oh shit, that
Just really quick.
first of all, that was a fake Jake Paul, or what was it? Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
Jake Paul.
Oh, they're
Paul.
fighting?
Yeah, you didn't know that. Jake Paul is fighting Nate Diaz.
What?
You didn't know that. Yeah, I thought you're a UFC fan, bro. What's up with that shit? Come on, man.
Versus
Dude,
oh,
this
dude,
guy.
Nate
Yeah,
Diaz
so
breaks silence after street fight with
yeah,
Logan Paul.
no, it wasn't a Logan Paul fight. It was just a random guy that he actually.
That looks like Logan.
It
Logan
does
Paul.
look like a but he didn't
Yeah,
do
right here.
nothing bad. I saw the video. He literally was trying to tell you something to him, and I guess he choked him out and passed out. So and
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry to say
he
this,
hit
but Jake
that.
Paul, if everybody was talking shit about Mr. Ryan Garcia, him being a freaking YouTuber, the
Um,
boy, I don't know, man.
honestly,
I just hope Nate Diaz kicks his ass.
I got
Honestly.
Nate Diaz, man.
Me too.
I'm sorry, I got Nate Diaz.
Me too.
But yeah, the Ryan Garcia, I wish I would have watched the full fight. I only saw a glimpse of it. but I wanted to talk about it because I want to bring sports back to this channel.
Yeah, I mean, it is what
And
it is.
and I think like I want to get into boxing a little bit more than usual. But yeah, I think I will be excited for the Canelo fight. Let's see who John Ryder is, because that's the thing about boxing. They have like 20 fights under the belt, and I still don't know who they are. But you
Yeah.
have like 10 fights in the UFC, and you like automatically know who they are.
Hmm.
That's the difference. I think like content wise, like I barely heard about Ryan Garcia, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know about Davis a minute ago. Like I've been watching Davis for a couple years,
Mhm.
but that was because he was brought up under Floyd Mayweather umbrella. And that's one thing that boxing is missing is the content. Is like exposing fighters when they're like 10 fights under the belt, not 20.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
once they're 20, it's like, yo, who do they fight? Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, and then I think that's the majority part of the boxers. They start their career at the lower end and shit on and showing
Amateur
whatever. But
fight,
I just don't feel
Olympics.
like, for example, UFC is the same as it was before. To me, it's the same thing. UFC hasn't been the same as it was before, and it's a lot of things that's changed. But there's a couple fights, looking forward to. I'm always willing to watch the fights as well too on that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, bro, I think this is pretty good time right here to say your goodbyes here.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Talking with Rafael and the Irwin Show, respectfully, with your hosts Irwin and Rafael. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.
Peace, guys.
Thank you so much.